guys, it's Jay from ASMR for Nerds. Today, I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I didn't actually have the issues to show you. There was even a time where I started a GoFundMe, thinking that maybe we could get our hands on some of the historical issues for us to take a look at. As I've said before, I'm not one of those guys who are crazy about comic book grading or, having things in pristine condition. I really want the issues to, be ones that I could open up and read without being afraid. So, a couple of months back in October, I went to New York Comic Con, and with the intention of buying the issues, the specific issues I wanted to show you guys. It was quite expensive, but worth it, I think. Hopefully you guys have a good time checking these out, and it's a little piece of history in the comic book world. So, the first one I want to show you. This is Fantastic Four, number 48, and it's from, we'll take a look at the year when we open it. I forgot what year it is. I believe maybe 64 or 66. But either way, this is an extremely important issue in the Marvel Universe. I also think one of the worst covers in the history of the Marvel Universe, but this is, we have Uatu, the Watcher, looking to the sky, and the Fantastic Four also looking to the sky. And what this issue is the coming of Galactus. Now, for those of you who are not fully familiar with Galactus, he is an extremely pivotal or important cosmic being in the Marvel Universe. He was created not created, he was originally, before, I believe it was the Big Bang or from another dimension or something. He was a human, spaceman, and he survived. He was the lone survivor of the Big Bang or some sort of catastrophe. And the universe sort of chose him to be the eater of worlds. That's what he does, he eats planets. And the reason why he does this is to maintain a sort of cosmic order. So, Jim Starlin gets into a lot of that later on in his runs, in the Silver Surfer run, but this issue I would grade maybe, 2.5, 3. It's in perfectly good condition for reading, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of spine stress, quite a bit of wear on the cover. However, the cover is still intact, still stapled, and no pieces actually missing, just wear. So this is the kind of issue I look for. It's not, this issue in a 9 would be thousands of dollars. So this one will definitely do it for me. So against many comic book collectors, I'm gonna open this and read it. A lot of people wouldn't even touch it with their hands, but I'm not that kind of guy. So I got this so I could show you guys, and we can open it together and take a look. I have never opened this issue in my life in person. I had it on my iPad, but never have I opened the cover of this this issue. So here we're going to do it together. Now this is one of my favorite parts of older comics are the old advertisements. Let's just read down here. The Fantastic Four is published by Can-Am Publishers Sales Corp. Office of Publication, 625 Madison Avenue, New York, New York. Copyright 1965. So that's when it was, 1965. Here we have an ad for a Polaris nuclear sub. It shoots nuclear missiles. Or obviously fake ones. It's the kind of stuff kids are into, I guess. I'm not going to read this issue because I have another one I really want to get to show you guys. The fabulous Fantastic Four find wonders without end during the coming of Galactus. And this issue also introduces, and is the first appearance of Silver Surfer. So for me, this is one of the most important Marvel issues of all time, because Silver Surfer is my favorite Marvel character. So I'll read little bits, and you'll see in this issue Silver Surfer's appearance is quite minimal. The first appearance of Silver Surfer is very minimal. Black Bolt's evil brother Maximus the Magnificent, in a final desperate attempt to regain his lost crown, has fired the dreaded Atmo gun which, while harmless to the Inhumans, will set up vibrations which will end all human life on Earth. And now let's join the party. And this is written by Stan Lee and drawn by Jack Kirby. So you don't get more classic than that. And you'll notice Stan Lee likes words. If you open up a comic book issue now, you're not going to see this much dialogue. And there's your classic Jack Kirby face. That's just how he draws. They say that Jack Kirby is like the father of cosmic Marvel. The way he used to draw space and things that happened in space really inspired the next generation. Here they're selling 10 jokes for $1.98. It's crazy. And here is the page that introduces the Silver Surfer. Moments later, back in their uncharted jet once more, the heavy-hearted foursome fly over a strange, impregnable dome-shaped barrier. A barrier which slowly sinks lower and lower into the ground, until at last it will be lost from sight, but never from the memories of the Fantastic Four. But life goes on, and somewhere in the deep vastness of outer space, an incredible figure hurtles through the cosmos. Now if you look closely, you'll see this little white streak and this little smudge. That is the first appearance of Silver Surfer in comic books. And then of course the next page you have a better representation. A being whom we shall call the Silver Surfer, for want of a better name. The Silver Surfer zooming along the starways like a living comet, with the freedom and wild abandon of the wind itself. So I'm just going to flip through a bunch of these pages because these issues used to be way longer than they are now. As you can see, the inside of the book is in pretty solid condition. Totally readable. No markings of any kind. A couple of creases here and there, but the staples are holding strong and the pages are, just intact fully, so I'm very happy about that. That's an early drawing of Kirby's Silver Surfer. Kind of mean looking. There it is. Now we'll read the page leading up to it. So, a great sphere approached Earth. And they say, see, the great sphere is opening. His testing devices are sampling Earth's elemental composition. He has found what he seeks. The planet is doomed. And here is the first appearance of Marvel's Galactus. Of course, he had a big G on his chest. That's funny. My journey is ended. This planet shall sustain me until it has been drained of all elemental life. So speaks Galactus. Next issue, prepare for wonderment without end, marvels without measure, scenes of mind-staggering fantasies, supergalactic grandeur, soul-searching spectacle. For the greatest, grandest adventure thrill of all, you dare not miss it. So speak Stan and Jack. Upset. So there it is, the first appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer. So, now that we took a look at that, I got nervous opening this. There's another one I want to show you. See, I put a lot of boards behind these so they maintain their shape. Now what we have here is Silver Surfer number 1. This is written by Stan Lee, and I believe drawn by Jack Kirby as well. This is the first Silver Surfer issue that featured him. He was a part of many storylines before this, or not many, but the Fantastic Four storyline, and I believe he made a couple of appearances in other books. But this is the first time he had his own. And this book is important because it tells the origin of the Silver Surfer, which I will share with you. I won't read this at length, but I will definitely share with you what it's about. Now this issue is actually in pretty, I would call this good condition. There's some stress in the spine, a little bit of tape on the spine as well. Now the cover is in excellent condition for its age, I think. was very happy when I got my hands on this copy. There's somewhere on the edges, but the main part of it is, although some mild creasing, it's colorful, it's bright. It's a really good issue, a really good copy, I think. So this issue, in really good condition, could be up, in the $800. You'll usually find them around mid-grade for about $400. And again, I'm touching this with my hands and flipping pages and all that, and I feel okay about that. Because what good is a comic if you can't read it? Here we go. The most eagerly awaited epic of the year. The Origin of the Silver Surfer. One of comicdom's greatest collaborations. Proudly presented by Stan Lee and John Buscema. I forgot how to say that. So this isn't Jack Kirby, although it sure looks like his drawing. And this is 1968. High o'er the roof of the world he soars, free and unfettered as the roaring wind itself. Behold the skyborne spanner of a trillion galaxies, the restless, streaking stranger from the farthest reach of space, this glistening, gleaming seeker of truth, whom man shall call forever the Silver Surfer. See, because the tape on the spine, it doesn't quite sit flat. But that's okay, it's still totally readable. I don't mind bending the pages a little bit. I don't plan on selling this or putting it in some sort of gallery. I plan on reading it. So it starts with sort of like an action sequence. This is after Silver Surfer's exile to Earth, where Galactus left him on Earth as punishment for helping the Fantastic Four thwart his plan to eat Earth. So this is Silver Surfer starts to get, upset that he's stuck on Earth. He sees all the violence and the pollution and all the things people on Earth are doing, and he starts to miss flying around space, and then he eventually starts to miss his homeland. So, how much longer before my eyes may once again behold the wonder of the ever-changing cosmos? How much longer before my exile ends, and I may stand once more upon the land that gave me birth? Even now I can recall those early days, those youthful years upon the planet of Zenla. Now, Zenla is the planet he's from, and it is referenced many times in the future in Silver Surfer comics. The story of Zenla is basically they were an extremely advanced civilization, so advanced so that everything became so easy and comfortable. Their technology was so good that almost nobody had to work, and their diplomacy had gotten so good that there was no war. So basically, the planet had no adversity. Everyone just decided that the main pursuit would be knowledge, which at first seems like a great idea. But that mundane sort of lifestyle, the never changing or the never having to face adversity, it made Silver Surfer, whose name was really Norrin Rad, Norinn Radd. He wanted to pursue adventure. The love of his life and his girlfriend, Shalabal, on the planet, would try to convince him that, they had a good thing and just to stay there and love him and love her. But as Galactus came to their planet the same way he did to Earth to consume it, they didn't know what to do. They didn't have much of a military or plan for this, so what Norn Rat decided to do was fly up to the ball and appeal to Galactus and offer him his life in order to save his planet. Galactus then agreed and made Silver Surfer his herald, which meant that Silver Surfer, or Norn Rad, was now going to travel to around the cosmos looking for planets that would suit Galactus's appetite. Now Norn Rad expected that he would fly around and find planets that did not have sentient life, so that Galactus would not do damage to sentient life. But as, it turned out, later on in the runs, he had to sometimes make tough decisions. So this is the page where Galactus is giving Silver Surfer his silver shell and cosmic powers. So Galactus is the one who has empowered the Silver Surfer with his power cosmic. And here it is. Very important page in Marvel history. Your words are spoke, the die is cast, so shall it be. You who have been Norn Rad shall be so nevermore. Herald, prepare yourself, prepared to be reborn. There he is for the first time, or supposedly this is when he was created. He's saying his goodbyes to Shalabal, saving her and her planet, and their planet, and going off. There must he soar alone. And his connection to Shalabal is a big storyline throughout all of Silver Surfer's runs. She's always referenced, and even sometimes comes back to life as evil and all kinds of things they've done with her. Now at the end of this, they have another story, a Stanley story, The Wonder of the Watcher. They would often do that in books, add a second story, and they still do from time to time. And that's it. That was our look at the first appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer, and then the origin and first issue of Silver Surfer. 25 cents. So guys, that's it. I'm glad I got to show these to you. If you guys want me to read through these, post in the comments. If you want me to read through something else, or maybe do something different, post that in the comments too. I am going to do my best to have at least one video per week out now again. So, look forward to that. And, send me a message or anything. Let me know what you guys want to see. Anything. Let's talk. So, I try to respond to absolutely everything, so I do my best there. Alright guys, I will talk to you soon, and hope you guys have a great holiday. I probably won't be making a video before then, but whatever you celebrate, or if you celebrate nothing, I hope you have a relaxing relaxing time. Try not to let family stress you out. Oh, another thing. The last video I did with the introduction to Buddhism, there seemed to be some interest in that. So there are some things, some ideas I had, and I'm going to ask you guys if you have any interest in it. Things like guided meditations or further looks into Buddhism. I know it doesn't really fit the, the nerd aspect, but sure, why not? That doesn't matter. Maybe we could introduce other things. I don't know. Or if you want more comics and video games and stuff, happy to do that too. It's all good. So let me know